Agriculture is the backbone of Uganda's economy, with more than 60% of the population, most of them women and girls, engaged in some form of farming. Unfortunately, fewer than 40% of the women who practice agriculture have control over or own the land on which they farm, yet land ownership is at the center of fighting the effects of climate change. However, for women in the Madi culture, there is a beacon of hope. On 100 acres of land, Josephine Masudio, a former primary school teacher, practices agroforestry. The land, located in Zoka Central Village, Zoka Parish, Itirikwa Sub-County, in Ajumani district, is divided into 38 acres for trees and 68 acres for crops such as maize, onions, groundnuts, and cassava. The trees she planted include eucalyptus, teaks, pines, musizi, which she intends to lumber in the future.
So I also put some cocoa. Last year they fruited. I don't know what to do with it. People ate it off. This year now they are fruiting. I got the clue. I want to expand the cocoa, at least to be around 2,000 trees of it.
Near her home, Masudio, who has been a farmer for the last 10 years, is rearing 400 chicken, with plans to add 600 more chicken next week. With 7 workers on her farm, Masudio is a living example of the fact that secure land rights for women can ensure food security.
When I came from teaching profession, I approached my LC1s and the community, showing interest of having farm. Though I'm a woman, they respected me, took me officially, gave me the land.
She says a number of women in her community have also been allocated large tracts of land to carry out farming.
The ladies who are passionate about farming are reaping the results of their farming. They are able to put things in the market. They are able to do some saving.
The mother of 2 says in 2018, when she began rice farming, she earned 6 million shillings from the harvest. When she planted acres of soya in 2019, she earned 19 million from the harvest that year. This year, so far, she has harvested 18 sacks of groundnuts and 100 sacks of sunflower. Through farming, Masudio, who is a single mother, has managed to educate her 2 children to tertiary level. While land is customarily owned in Ajumani district, Ben Chandiga, the head of the Ali clan in Ofua sub-county, affirms that the Madi culture respects women's rights, regardless of whether they are wives or daughters in a home.
Even here, when they were doing the customary mapping, these leases, we have allowed some girls to map on their own. So they have titles which have been mapped in their names. Yeah.
Chandiga says the women's children can inherit the land allocated to their mothers, even if they do not belong to their mother's clan.
If they are disciplined and they are part of the family, they can inherit without problem. But when now they begin talking about their families, their clan, you find people say, now these people have discovered where they've come from, then they can't be allowed.
Lucy Flavia Toua is another farmer who has benefited from the changed attitude of Madi clan leaders. The 50-acre farm she shares with her sister is located in Bai village, Zoka Parish, also in Itirikwa sub-county. Toua's father produced 6 daughters, and on his death, he bequeathed his 150 acres to them. Unfortunately, due to the upper conflict between the Madi and Acholi tribes, the women cannot access the land.
We have a lot of challenges of Acholi. They used to disturb, they don't want us to dig. If they get you, they used to beat, and sometimes even we shall run away, we go back. Because if that land, we are owning it and we are using it, we shall get a lot of money in it. Although I cannot dig them all, a portion I can dig, a portion even I can give for rent.
The land Toua's uncle allocated to the women once belonged to their late mother. Toua, who has 7 farm workers, has a produce shop in a Windiri market in Adjumani town, where she sells most of the harvest from the farm. She also owns a restaurant which sells only traditional food from her farm.
Women who used to own land because you are the part of those families. It is the same land they born you where they born you. You are supposed to have even a portion of it.
Much as both Toua and Masudio are reaping from their efforts, Chandiga says they cannot sell the land on which they toil or offer it as security to take out a bank loan to expand their farming operations or acquire modern farming technology.
Because we want you to benefit from that land from here. Because even when you go away, another girl also can come and it can be accommodated. I mean, we can take it away when you are not using it the way the family wants it to benefit you.
What I think is very critical is for the government to really appreciate the role that women play when they have their full bundle of rights on land exercise, if they're able to enjoy that. If we cut off 50% of our population from contributing to the development of our land because of our cultures, it is a loss to our country.
Sustainable Development Goal 5 calls for gender equality and empowerment of all women and girls, with part of it calling for an undertaking of reforms to give women equal rights to economic resources, as well as access to ownership and control over land and other forms of property. Gillian Nantume, NTV, Weekend Edition.